Hello, this is Lolly. Today I want to talk about We Are Memory Keepers Journal Guide. I just got these in for my shop and I wanted to play with them and show them to you. You can see this has a very slender profile. It's very lightweight and may even fit into your planner or your journal. Into one of the pockets. You could also just store it in one of your journal tote bags. I want to show you everything I can about this. It is so exciting and so fun to play with. I know when I was a child, I always had these little stencils and I used to use them to draw squiggly lines and everything. And this is sort of like that. You know, it's a template for you to draw into. What I've noticed is if you have a fat barrel pen, it doesn't always fit into these little dots, these holes right here. So you might want to have something that has a more narrow profile. So what we have here is we have these arrows, which you can use in your planner to point to certain dates, or you could also use it to make like fishtail banners. We have lines here for you to draw, and then bullets. We have a ruler here, centimeters, inches. We have this pocket maker here, and we have this, which is really cute, which is really good for tracing like rectangles and boxes in your planner. Also a rounded edge right here. You could also use this for when you're making your own tags to get a perfect angle right there on your tags. And then this little dial here spins around so you can make circles. And those of you who make graphs and you do bullet journaling, this is perfect for you. So if you want a 1-inch circle, even if you're not a planner person, you could put this on the paper, hold the guide, put your pen in the 1-inch and spin it around, and you've got the 1-inch. Now this is, I'm sliding it, which I'm not supposed to, but anyway, that gives you an idea what that looks for. So it has the 1/4 inches all the way up to 3 inches, okay? Now, if you want to write in your planner, I thought this was a better pen. Maybe this is the one I need to be looking at. Yeah, this is the one that was working better for me. That's on the 3-inch mark. And let's go down and let's say we want to use this one as well, which is the 2 1/4. And then I'm going to go back down to just the 2. Okay? Gives you an idea of some of the things you can do for making graphs. Now, what if you want to divide these up into sections? Okay, let's do another one. Let's go around 3, and let's go down to this one here. Now, if you hold this in place, you can connect all of these lines like this, and it will give you 12 equal segments. So that would be for the calendar. There you go. Now you've got one for each month. Well, what if you want one for each day? It gets a little more complicated because it's hard to divide 12 evenly, but here's what I discovered. Let's make another circle. Let's go around this way. So this time we're only going to do 4 lines. We're going to divide this into 4 equal quadrants. So let's do the top and bottom. So if this were a clock, think 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. Now I'm going to zoom in here so you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully I'm not going to move this. There we go. Let's see if I can get this a little closer for you. Okay, so we have those lines here, but now what I want to do is slide this around so that one of these dashes here is pretty close to right between these two. I'm going to divide it in half. And now I'm going to go back and go through and move this so that I have another line between these two, dividing that in half. I'm going to go all the way around and eyeballing it to where I have that divided, each quadrant divided in half. Okay, now instead of 4, I have 8 of them. And I can go around and do that again, except I did move this, I know, so it's not going to be perfect, but we're going to do our best here. I moved it so you can see. So now I'm going to move this again and divide each of those in half again, and that will give me 16 days or 16 segments here. And if I do that once more, once I get this situated, if I get all these divided into their sections, if I go around and divide each of those again, then I will have 32, which is pretty close to a month. You will have, you'll have 1 or 2 little extra spots left over. So again, I'm going to try and center this. I'm not perfect, but so now all I have to do is just go through and mark in the middle of each of those, slide it and then hold it, slide it and hold it, and just go through and mark each one like that until I get all the way around. Now I'm in a hurry, so I'm not being too particular, but that would be one for each day. And what you could do is draw another line closer in like this, and then you could use that to write here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. So that's one use for it. You could also just use that circle disc here for just making your own circles on other crafts. Okay, let's show you. Let's play around with this here. Let's say I have a list of things, and or I'm doing bullet points. I could do each one like this to mark them, highlight what's going on, or I could make a banner like this at the top of my journal, and then use my ruler. Now I'm not looking straight down on this, so I know I'm not doing a great job, but you get the idea. You could also do it the other way. Let's say we want ours to look this way. Like that. Okay, you could also make one on a piece of paper. And then cut that out and glue it into your journal. But you know how hard it is to just use scissors and cut this perfectly with that and get it correct? You know, so let's say whatever your topic is in your planner for that day, now you have a way of making that. You could color these in. There's so many possibilities with this. Those of you who like making lists, I'm a list maker. So let's say we're going to use these lines here. We got 3 perfect lines, and then we're going to come over here and make our little boxes right there. Or we could make a series of circles. And you will notice too, there's this line, a vertical line here, and I'll show you what that's for. Let's say you have a grid paper like this. If you put the line right over that, you will always get your circles in a perfect alignment by lining up that line right there. There you go. Or let's do some more here. And then we can again use these lines here for our to-do list. I was being very sloppy. I'm sorry about that. Another thing to do with this bottom part is they show on their video using that to make pockets. So if you line this up, and in order to get this straight, you can line it up with one of these lines here, such as that, and then just fold, fold, and then fold the bottom up. You could have a pocket. Now, the thing to be careful with is, you know how the thicker the paper, I like to pull these in just a little bit like that before folding them up. And then you would want to glue that. But it's a pretty quick way of making a little pocket in your planner right there. Just glue the sides together. So that's your little pocket maker. So let's actually pull out my journal here. And let's just pick a page. And sorry, I'm using blue ink. Normally, I think that I would use black personally for this, because when I add all my other colors or color in all of these elements to my planner, I would want them to be in color. I would want to color them in. So I can say that's what this page is about, goals. Okay. And then one of the things you can do is you can make banners coming down this way off of your page. And let's say that I want to work on some goals for this. Maybe I'm going to go by week and not by month. And so I'm going to go down to, I'm going to make this a little smaller. I'm going to use the 2.5 inch. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to slide that. And then I'm going to go down to the 1 3/4. And while it's still there, I'm going to divide this up into 4s. Actually, I realized that you can only do that. These don't, The little markings only work on the biggest circle. As you can see now, I didn't get all the way marked through, but I can correct that by coming here and finishing it up. The little dashes don't go all the way through to the smaller circles, but you can complete it right there. Okay, so now I've got like the 4 weeks of the month, and I can color them in as I reach my goals. And I can state right in this box what my goals are. Let's say that I had 3 goals that I wanted to follow through on every day of the week. And if I do that, then I get to color in that little box there. So let's say what those goals are. You know, maybe it's exercise. Maybe it's to drink my water. Okay, and what's the other one? Whatever. Read. Maybe it's because I want to keep reading. And then when I met the goal for that 1 week, did it every day, I can color that in. So there's just an idea of some things you can do in your journal. You can use this to trace for boxes. Like that. There you go. Or you can use the rounded part, or you can still make them all square. Pretty fun. While we're at it, let's play some more. And so you can see how quick it is to design your planner, and what I love about that is the ability to even do this and cut them out. And you can cut out circles on any size you want. But you know what? A lot of the markers that we use in our planners, the gel pens, a lot of them have a nice narrow tip on them and would fit down into these holes just perfectly. Let's show you one more thing, and I want to just give you an idea of every single hole that it makes. I mean circles, I'm sorry. There's the first one. Perfect. It's just a one. It reminds me almost of the Spirograph toy I had when I was a little girl. So many possibilities of things you can do with this little gadget, and I think it's going to be a really fun thing to work with, and great to slide right down in a pocket of your journal bag, your journal tote, or right into your journal itself, into your planner. It would fit in a pocket on the side. I think it would work for most sizes. Thank you for watching. Make sure you look at the link down below, and I will give you the link to where I have these in my shop. I have a few because I'm testing out to see, you know, what kind of demand there is. I can always get more if it's something that you're interested in. And I just love Weird Memory Keepers. I think they come out with a lot of interesting things, interesting products. I will show you a close-up of the packaging here before we go. So here this shows the tracker here where someone has colored in every day. They have done the 32 spots on there and colored those in. It shows then some little rectangles they've made. There's a banner, some checklists. There's that mood tracker right there that's on the front. So it's very close up right there. So well done. I think it's going to be a great product and a great aspect to have in your planning and just in your, you know, your craft supplies, because so many of these things we can use in other projects. It doesn't have to, you don't have to be a planner person or a journal person to appreciate being able to make a great circle. Thank you for watching.